Good day, grade 12 learners. Welcome to today's business studies lesson. Today we'll focus on sectors and their environment. Now, let's start by looking into some interesting fact. Now, did you know that in the first half of the 21st century, agriculture and mining were the largest parts of the South African economy? This led to trade happening via the bartering system, which meant now that the economy was largely on the agricultural products, which is a key part of our lesson for today, because we'll be looking into the three types of sectors and we'll also look into the three business environments. So I just wanted to give you some history on how the economy used to happen and how businesses used to trade in the past. Now, lesson objectives. This is what we should understand at the end of this lesson. Now, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to name three sectors At the end of this lesson, you should be able to name three types of business sectors. You should further be able to identify the business sectors from a given scenario or statement. You should further be able to classify a business challenge according to the three business environments from a given scenario. And you should further be able to state the extent of control businesses have over each business environment. So those are our lesson objectives, and if you understand these objectives, then you are in a better position to say you understand your sectors and their environment. Now, let us look into our concept map. The concept map will help us understand how our lesson will be structured. Now, remember, the focus of our lesson is business sectors and their environments. So we'll start by looking into the types of business sectors. And you should be knowing that we have three types of sectors, which is your primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. We will also look into your business environments. And looking into your business environments, we will be addressing the three environments. And the first one is your micro environment. And we'll also look into the market environment together with the macro environment. Now, let us look into our pre-knowledge. This is the prior knowledge you should be having. This is what I think you know about the sectors and their environment. So remember, in your grade 10, you were introduced to the three business sectors, but the focus was on the relationship between the primary, secondary, and tertiary sector to say what is the relationship and how do the product get to the final user, which is the customer. Now, let me test your knowledge by checking if you remember these three aspects I just talked about. Identify the sector represented by each picture below. We have picture A, B, and C. Now, tell me, is picture A representing which sector? And tell me if picture B is representing which picture, and also consider and analyze which picture C is representing which sector. So you should be knowing that with picture A, then the picture A is representing the primary sector. Then picture B should be representing the secondary sector. And then picture C is representing the tertiary sector. So you have picture A, B, and C, and you have pictures that show you what happens in each sector. So remember that in your primary sector, we are talking about extraction of raw material. In the secondary, we are talking about converting your raw material into finished goods. And in your tertiary, we are talking about offering services and also transporting the final products to the final consumers. Now, we will also look into new terminologies and new language that you will be exposed to for grade 12 purpose. Now, The first term is business sectors. This refers to a subdivision of the economic activities. So we have primary, secondary, and tertiary. So you should understand what do we mean by the term business sector. So business sector means that now the subdivision of the economic activities. To say we have economic activities that happen in the primary, in the secondary, and in the tertiary. And we're going to outline more on that. And then we also have the term business environment. This refers to all the internal and external factors that affect the functioning of a business. For example, we have micro, market, and macro. And you should be knowing that the term environment means anything that surrounds a business. So we'll be talking about what are the aspects under micro, what are the aspects under market, and what are the aspects under macro environment that surround the business, and the extent of control for each of those. So now let us take an ad break so that we refresh. Thank you.